Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome to this week's Therapy Thursday, where today I'm going to give you some tips that's going to help you to feel better in your life, and more importantly, to improve your life and get your life to a point where you really want and need to be here in 2026. And I'm telling you based off of personal experience, things that I've learned either from my own experiences or mentors that have already been where I've been and helped me along with my journey, and I'm just here passing it along. The first thing, so we're gonna get right into it. The first thing I want you to understand is that you have got to deal with your shit if you're gonna improve your life, if you're gonna feel better. If you anybody that's been like me where you ran and was avoidant of issues and things going on in your life, or you numbed rather emotional eating, drinking, partying, corn, adult videos. Some people you may smoke, some people binge watching, whatever it is, everybody's got something or a variety of different things that plays a role into why you do the things that you do. And I want you to understand that you have got to take time to feel what it is you're going through in order to get better. So for you, whatever it is you're going through, a lot of people have childhood wounds, things you've experienced, neglect of rather emotional, physical, whatever the case is. Some people have gone through abuse. Some people have abandonment issues. Some people have rejection issues. The list goes on and on. I'm just throwing some things out that I personally experienced and maybe somebody else can relate to. But my whole thing is that I want you to understand that it all boils down to understanding that whatever it is you're dealing with, fam, you have got to sit down and actually face it head on and stop running from whatever's bothering you. Literally. So the advice that I give people, what I started doing was I started just journaling. What am I feeling? What was my emotional state? All of these different things, because what happens when you actually do those things, you putting a spotlight and a flashlight on what's going on. Even with triggers, like I got to a point where I knew things that obviously triggered me, and I just fly off or whatever the case is, or react to whatever was triggering me. But it wasn't until I learned, and I'm sharing this with you as well, if you can relate, that your triggers, all it is a warning sign. It's literally letting you know where you have unhealed trauma or an unhealed wound, an emotional wound that you need to address. It's no different than anybody that's been playing as a kid, or you've had situations where you may have cut something on yourself, and we've all had that cut where you don't even know it's there until a liquid or something gets on it, or somebody hits it or hits you wherever that wound is, and you feel the sting or the burn or whatever the case is, and you just react. That's basically what your triggers are. Somebody says something or does something to you that hits a wound or a spot of you where you already had these wounds, and you just react just like that. So understand, your triggers aren't something just to piss you off or to make you feel less than, to make you sad, depressed, or any of those things. It's something to help you see where you need to take care of yourself, where you need to do some self-work, some self-care, and do some work on yourself. So I want y'all to understand that, because I've been there. I've done it, and I'm telling you from firsthand experience. I can give you a prime example. Just earlier this year, had points struggling where I was avoiding conversations with one of my parents, with my dad, and I was very avoidant, and certain things were triggering because all it was doing was hitting a wound where it just allowed me to see that, I still seek approval and acceptance from my dad. And at the end of the day, I know we grew up all learning to seek our parents' approval and things like that, but nobody's approval and acceptance is more important than the person in the mirror. because that's who spends every day, every hour, every minute, every second in your life with you. So that's whose acceptance and approval matters most. And anytime, what I learned the hard way, anytime that you seek somebody else's acceptance or approval, and even worse, you need it, that just means that you don't accept yourself enough, or you don't approve of yourself. Because if you did, you wouldn't need that from somebody else. You know, if you get it, if they give it, cool, but you don't need it. It's just like a plate. You know, if you know how to cook for yourself and you got food on your plate, if somebody brings extra food or brings food to you, it's like you appreciate it, that's grateful, you're gonna enjoy it, but it's not like you need it because you already got food that you've been able to cook for yourself, and what they're bringing is just extra on your plate. So if this relates, if you relate to this, I want you to understand, you gotta sit down and do the work. Whatever's hurting you, you gotta take time to heal it. Understand that you're enough, and that you have to get to a point where you don't outsource validation, acceptance, and approval from anybody outside of yourself. Not your parents, not your siblings, not your friends, definitely not social media. And that's another big one. I feel bad for the younger generation because I'm a millennial. Like, social media was literally blossoming as I was transitioning from a teenager to an adult. So that kind of exposed a whole new way where I seeked approval and a validation, constantly looking at my following account, my followers numbers, looking at when I post something, my likes, you know, if people are commenting on my things. I even went to a point where I hid my comments, hid my likes. If I felt like I didn't have enough likes and people would judge me, all of these different things. These are things that I did through social media. And all it is a new avenue for you to seek approval and validation and acceptance. And you're going to be in trouble. I'm telling you from prime, firsthand experience. Anytime you do that, you're asking for trouble. You're asking to be miserable. You're asking to be sad because you're placing those things in things that you have no control over. You don't have any control over if people support you, if they like what you put out, if they like you, if they accept you, if they validate you. You have no control over that. Nor does it really matter at the end of the day, because 5, 10, 20 years down the road, a lot of these folks that we tend to worry about acceptance, approval, and validation, a lot of them aren't even going to be in our life anyway. You know, so at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. How you feel about yourself, that's what matters. So sit down and do the work. Every day you take time to approve of yourself. Literally look in the mirror. Like I'm in the camera now. You can do it while you're on your phone. At some point you're on your phone, you're gonna be in front of a camera. Whether it's on social media, something else, or you can just be intentional about it. Look you in the eyes and tell you something that you know you need to hear. Or in the bathrooms, we all in the bathroom more than one time a day where you're in front of a mirror. When you in there, look yourself in the face and tell you something that you needed to hear, that you need to hear. For me, it's, bro, you are a global game changer. Bro, I don't care what position you're in right now. You are a multi-millionaire in the making. And whatever you got going on, the struggles and the L's you dealing with now, that's just a part of the ingredients for the big picture, and you gonna be good. I tell myself, I am confident, I am charismatic, I am compassionate, I am charming, I am electric, and I light up any room that I walk into. These are things that I tell myself, if not every day, on a regular basis. In my face, I look at myself in the mirror and I tell myself those things. That's how you feel better. That's how you build self-esteem. That's how you build a good relationship and what rapport, what you need with yourself in order for you to accomplish the things that you want. You can't accomplish your wildest and your biggest dreams and aspirations if you don't have high self-esteem, high belief in yourself, positive thinking, positive self-talk. That shit fucking matters. How you talk to yourself and the thoughts that play in your head. For one, you control those two things. If you didn't know, I'm telling you now, you control those things. And if you're gonna be better in life, if you're gonna heal, if you're gonna make your dreams and your aspirations happen and feel better in your life, all of these things, you have got to dial in your self-talk and your thinking. Look, in a nutshell, if it isn't helping you get the life that you want, if it isn't helping you feel higher about yourself, better about yourself, feeling like you're the best version of you that you can be, if it's not making you think and feel like you can do anything, you can run through a brick wall, there's no limits on what you can do, which all of these things are facts, then discard it. Don't entertain it at all. Alt and delete, like a keyboard, erase, whatever the fuck you gotta do, you do it, because this is gonna play a big role in if you accomplish the dreams and aspirations you have, if you feel better in life, if you get better, if you heal, all of these things. You gotta have great positive self-talk, positive thinking, and deal with your shit. All of these things, I promise, if you take these things I'm telling you and you run with it, you will get better here in 2026. And this will be the best you felt, the best year you felt in your life. If you do the work and really take this to heart, I promise you, you can clock it. Like they be saying, you can take it to the bank, cash it, whatever you got to do. I'm telling you what I know. So that's all I got for today. I want you to understand that I know a lot of you all are going through a lot in your life, but I promise you, you built for anything that you go through. And where you go and what you do in your life, that's 100% all on you. And I promise you got it. If you believe in yourself and stand on business on that and just do your part, you're going to be exactly where you want to be when the dust settles and have exactly what you're supposed to have. Because I tell you one thing, like my dad and one of my mentors taught me, you'll never miss what's for you. And if whatever you're supposed to have, you will have. I promise you, come hell or high water. So go do your work, do what you got to do. And I want you to understand, it's all on you. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, like this, share this to somebody that you think could benefit from this video. If this touched you and you think that they can benefit and need to hear this message, share this and help me get this message out to as many people as I can. If this resonated with you and you want more and you're trying to level up your life, I want you to know I created a community for self-development, helping people grow and develop their self-esteem, their confidence, and build momentum to create the life that you always wanted to live. So to become the best version of yourself. So if that resonates with you, the link and the information is in the description. Hit that link and I'll see you on the other side. And if you're somebody who you really need one-on-one help, I want you to know I offer one-on-one coaching as well. That's something that I can help. If you want somebody to literally walk you through this process, I can offer that as well. You can DM me over on Instagram. The information is also in the description and we can talk about it. So that's what it is. Go be great. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, peace and love.